Are you ready for a heart-pumping, nail-biting adventure that will leave you on the edge of your seat? The second season of House of Dragons will be a must-see, with drama and excitement that will have you hooked from beginning to end. Get ready to dive deeper into the mysteries of Westeros as the show will return in 2024. Luckily for you, we will reveal ahead what to expect in the upcoming season, following the acclaimed book Fire and Blood. Don't miss a second of this alluring journey. The Season 1 finale of House of Dragons was a breathtaking and jaw-dropping spectacle that left audiences eager for more. The conclusion was masterfully crafted, bringing together all the threads of the season into an explosive finale that left fans on the edge of their seats. From the intense battles to the shocking twists, this season ended with a bang and perfectly set the stage for the next season. One of the most impressive elements of the finale was the way it tied together all the different storylines, weaving them into a compelling and cohesive narrative. Each character was given their moment to shine, showcasing their strength, cunning, and determination. Whether it was the shocking revelation about the true identity of a key player, or the unforgettable showdown between two of the most powerful characters, this finale had it all. Furthermore, the ending was packed with thrilling action and breathtaking moments, delivering the kind of epic scale and drama that fans have come to expect from the series. The special effects and cinematography were top-notch, bringing the world of Westeros to life in a way that was both beautiful and brutal, setting the stage for the ultimate climax of the golden age of the Targaryens, the Dance of Dragons. Now, what is the Dance of Dragons? The Dance of the Dragons was a civil war that took place in Westeros during the reign of the Targaryens, and it was a battle like no other. The war was between the members of the Targaryen family, each with their dragons, and it lasted from 129 to 131 AC. The conflict was sparked by a succession crisis after the death of King Viserys I, and it divided the court into two factions, the Blacks led by Rhaenyra Targaryen, and the Greens led by Queen Alicent Hightower. The conflict between the two factions was personal and intense, as grudges and rivalries fueled the fire. For instance, the Hand of the King, Otto Hightower, hated Daemon Targaryen, Rhaenyra's second husband, and Rhaenyra's children by her first husband, or precisely the children from her affair with Sir Harwin Strong, had an ongoing feud with Alicent Hightower's children. This made the already intense situation even worse and escalated the conflict. Rhaenyra was accused of having sons that were not fathered by her husband, but by Harwin Strong, which would make her sons illegitimate and not eligible for the throne. Although this may be true, it's a tale for another time. It's kinda covered up by the first season. I heavily recommend watching, in fact. This video is for those who are eager to know what happens in the second season. The important thing to note is that when King Viserys died, there were already two rival claimants to the throne and two sides ready to go to war. Even though he named his daughter as highest successor, the Greens found the opportunity to usurp the throne themselves. At the time of King Viserys' death, the Greens had an upper hand, as they were the only ones who knew about the king's death. They used this time to secure the King's Landing, gather allies, secure the Iron Throne's gold reserves, and crown their candidate, Aegon II, as the new king. Rhaenyra eventually found out and crowned herself the queen. During the initial phase of the conflict, both sides sent delegations to prominent figures in Westeros to gain their allegiance. The North and East were mostly supportive of the Blacks, represented by the Starks, Arryns, and Valyrians, while the South and West backed the Greens, represented by Hightowers, Lannisters, and Baratheons. The Iron Islands and Dorne stayed largely neutral, with some houses switching sides later, like the houses of Bracken, Butterwell, Moonton, Roseby, Stockworth, Valerian, and Tully. The first major battle of the Targaryen Civil War broke out when King Aegon II and Queen Helaena of the Greens sought the support of House Baratheon, only to be met with opposition from Prince Lucerys Valerian and the Blacks. The confrontation at Shipbreaker Bay resulted in Lucerys' death, and retaliation with the assassination of Prince Jaehaera Targaryen by the assassins Blood and Cheese, who were hired by Daemon. This marked the start of a full-scale war, with small engagements evolving into dragon battles. During one such conflict, Princess Rhaenys of the Black and her dragon Melis were killed, while Sunfire and Aegon II sustained serious injuries. Aemond One-Eye Targaryen assumed the role of protector of the realm and led the Greens for the remainder of the war. It's worth noting that the Greens held the advantage with their control of King's Landing and the Crown, as well as their powerful dragon Vaegyr. Meanwhile, the Blacks had strong allegiances with House Stark and House Arryn, but faced the challenge of reaching the south with their dragons that lacked riders. The Blacks set out to recruit new riders, but the Greens were ahead with their established resources. The Blacks were given a boost in power when 4 individuals from the Dragon Seeds, a group of those who claimed Valyrian heritage or sought to bond with dragons, succeeded in riding dragon. This included Hugh Hammer, Ulf the White, Adam of Hull, and Nettles. Despite being untested in battle and their loyalties being unknown, this increase in dragon riders posed a threat to the Greens. In response, the Triarchy of Essos sent a fleet to support the Greens, causing destruction of House Valyrian and sacking Spicetown. Although the Valyrians' navy suffered significant damage, the Dragon Seed got their first taste of battle, and the Essos fleet mainly was defeated. Essos, Free City, then played no future role in the conflict. The Greens struggled to counteract this sudden power shift, so they went on the offensive. Aemond One-Eye, the protector of the realm, saw Daemon Targaryen, who rode Caraxes and wielded Dark Sister, as the biggest threat. He temporarily retreated. Daemon had declared himself king of the Stepstones and Narrow Sea, and had taken Harrenhal earlier in the war. Aemon set out to challenge him at Harrenhal, accompanied by Sir Criston Cole. The Battle of the Fish Feed, one of the most significant battles in the war, occurred when the Lannister army faced a combined force of Northern and Riverland armies. Despite the high number of casualties, the war continued. When Aemond and Criston Cole arrived at Harrenhal, they found that Daemon had already withdrawn. The Blacks saw this as their opportunity to attack King's Landing, which was vulnerable with Vhagar gone and the majority of the Greens' army away. They succeeded in capturing King's Landing in a single day, with Rhaenyra taking the Iron Throne and ruling for 6 months. However, her reign was erased from history by the Maesters. King Aegon II was saved from his captors at King's Landing by Larys Strong, a character known for his unreliable loyalties. Though the Greens still had their king, no one knew where he was. Alicent Hightower was imprisoned in the Red Keep, leaving the outcome of the war in doubt. Meanwhile, the Black Army achieved a major victory by defeating Sir Criston Cole's army that was trying to retake King's Landing after their defeat at Harrenhal. The Green Army's only hope was Prince Aemond on Vhagar, causing chaos in the Riverlands and Hightower army gradually marching towards King's Landing. However, their advance through the Reach resulted in costly battles and the death of Prince Maelor Targaryen. The conflict finally came to an end in Tumbleton when the Black Army sent a force led by Dragon Seed's Ulf the White and Hugh Hammer. However, both defected to the Green Army and declared their intentions to become king, with Ulf being often drunk. The arrival of Adam Valerian from the Isle of Faces marked the complete downfall of the Hightower army, as both Adam and Prince Hugh and Targaryen died in battle, while Ulf White was poisoned and Lord Hightower was dead. The disorganized Hightower army retreated to Old Town. Rhaenyra faced a loss of support from House Valerian, and her fleet was collapsing. The treasury was empty, and the rumors of Helaena Targaryen's murder caused riots in the city, resulting in the storming of Dragon Pit. Seizing the opportunity, a self-proclaimed prophet known as the Shepherd led thousands of commoners to their death at the Dragon Pit along with 5 dragons. Queen Rhaenyra, with no remaining authority, was forced to flee King's Landing and was rejected in town after town until she reached Dragonstone. Unfortunately, she met her demise at her last destination. She found that Aegon II had taken control of the castle and fed her to his dragon. Aegon II planned to return to King's Landing as the Greens believed they'd won. But King's Landing was in chaos with 3 people claiming the throne: the Shepherd from the Dragon Pit, Trystane Truefire claiming to be King Viserys' illegitimate son, and Gaemon Palehair claiming to be Aegon II's illegitimate son. This lasted for a month until Lord Baratheon restored order on behalf of Aegon II. The Battle of the Dragons came to a dramatic conclusion as the Baratheon army was confronted by the Riverland Lads and Cregan Stark's Northern Army. Despite Rhaenyra's earlier call for aid, they only arrived after her death, leaving King's Landing vulnerable. King Aegon II was urged to surrender, but instead, he perished under mysterious circumstances, possibly from poisoning. Rhaenyra's son, Aegon III, was then crowned at the age of 10 and promptly married Jaehaera Targaryen, the daughter of his rival Aegon II, in a bid for peace. However, the reign of Aegon III was bleak and marked by the Hour of the Wolf. Although the Greens emerged as victors with their representative on the throne, in reality, there was no real winner. The Targaryen family was decimated with 20 dragons at the start of the conflict and only 4 remaining at the end, all of which soon died. Houses like House Strong were annihilated, while others like the Hightowers and Baratheons lost their lords. The weak mass was, as always, the hardest hit, suffering immense loss and taking generations to recover from the tragedy. Are you ready for the ultimate adventure in Westeros? The second season of House of Dragons is set to ignite a world of drama, excitement, and edge-of-your-seat thrills. Inspired by the pages of Fire and Blood, we can expect a journey like no other. But hold on tight, because the studio is sure to add its signature touch, taking the story in unexpected and thrilling directions. So, what do you think is in store for us this season? Share your predictions and theories with us in the comments below.